Welcome to HOIA, healthy, organic, inspired Asian food and cooking. I'm Diane Yang Kirk, and today we are making Zha Jiang Mian. This hybrid Chinese and Korean dish is the Asian answer to the Italian Spaghetti Bolognaise. This meat sauce, vegetables, and noodles dish has a unique and unforgettable flavor that you would never call an impasta. If you like what you see in this video, make sure you give it a like. And if you want more healthy, organic, inspired Asian recipes, please subscribe. And also, while you're at it, hit that bell. Let's get started. Jja Jian Myun originated in China, and workers who went to Korea took it with them to remind them of home. Now, the two sauces have slightly different flavors, really because of what ingredients are available in each country, but they are both delicious. In both Chinese and Korean, Zha Jiang Mian translates to fried sauce noodles, and it's in fact pronounced the same way. Now, fried sauce noodles doesn't necessarily sound that healthy, but it's just a little bit of sauce, and in my version, I add a ton of vegetables so you get those vitamins and nutrients. And speaking of vegetables, we have a lot of chopping to do. We're chopping zucchini. We're cutting all the vegetables into about 1 centimeter cubes. Those tear-jerking onions, gotta have them. Crunchy, crunchy celery. I love the meaty mushrooms. These are cremini mushrooms. You can use baby bell or even shiitake mushrooms for extra flavor. Watered chestnuts, also crunchy. Baked savory tofu, not a vegetable technically, but vegetarian. You're gonna need about 4 to 5 cups of chopped vegetables in this recipe. We are also adding meat, but if you are making a vegetarian version of this dish, you just need to add more vegetables, another 2 or 3 cups. It's a lot of vegetables, but it's so good. Whew, that was a lot of chopping, but I have all my veggies. You can also try cutting carrots or baby corn, cabbage. It's whatever you like. It's up to you. Get creative. One of the garnishes on top of this dish are scallions. Now you can just chop scallions, but if you want some extra credit, I'm gonna show you how to make these curly scallions. We're using the green pieces, and I'm just going to slice it carefully in half, long ways. Sharp knife, careful fingers. And on an angle, give it a thin slice. Now the trick to making them curly, ice water. Drop them in. Let them sit like that, and in a few minutes, curly scallions. And on to the meat. This dish traditionally is made with pork, and even fattier pork like pork belly. Don't get weirded out, it's really just bacon. The fat is what really makes the sauce taste so good, but I'm not about fat, so I have chicken thighs, which have a lot of flavor, and I've trimmed them, and I'm going to give them a cut. I need about 1 pound of meat. I'm doing chicken and shrimp today, so this is about 3/4 pounds of organic chicken thighs. We're cubing the chicken. I like cubing my chicken because then I get more meaty bites, but if you want a shortcut, you could always use ground chicken, beef, or even turkey. And if you know what cube your want chicken is, you must be a true HOIA fan. But if you missed it, check it out. I've peeled and deveined these shrimp. It's about 10 or about 1/4 pound. Don't forget, anytime you're cutting raw meat and seafood, to wash your knife, hands, and cutting board. And we are about to start frying. Turn on high heat, hot, 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 and we need some oil. About 2 tablespoons. Just make sure that oil is covering the bottom of the pan. Make sure you use a really large pan because there's a lot of meat and vegetables all going in here at the same time. My chicken first. You want the chicken to slightly brown on all the sides. That's where you get all the flavor. Cook your chicken until it's cooked. I like cooking it first, so that way when we're putting the whole dish together, it comes together faster and we're much closer to eating. Then we're gonna take the chicken out and we're gonna put it into a clean bowl. Just a touch more oil. And now our shrimp. Good time for drinking. This is my personal bartender. Reese, can you get me a drink?
A glass of wine?
Rosé all day. Shrimp is done. Turn off the heat. And in, oh, don't want any shrimpy wine. Let's put that over there. And shrimp with that chicken. Onto the vegetables. A little bit of oil and garlic. Just makes the oil have such a great fragrance. Now since we have all the vegetables in one bowl, we're gonna have to do a little digging. I want the harder vegetables, in this case, the onions and the celery, in the pan first. It's all going in anyway. I'm gonna add these in just a little bit. If it doesn't look like you have enough oil in the pan because the vegetables are too dry, just add a little bit as you go. Less is more. You don't want to smother this, even though it's fried sauce noodles, in too much fry. Rest of the vegetables in. I needed a bigger pan. Cook your vegetables about 5 or 6 minutes until they start to brown. Good thing I have my wine. It's looking pretty good. And it smells so good in here. Going to add my chicken and shrimp back into the pan. And I'm just gonna give that another toss. Remember to keep your flame on high because what we want to do right now is to create a hole in the middle for where our fried sauce is going to be. But in order for that sauce to fry, your pan needs to be dry. I'm a poet and you know it. Oil in the middle, and then we're frying our sauce. 4 tablespoons of black bean paste. So much flavor in this paste. 2 tablespoons of soybean paste, fermented. And 2 tablespoons of hoisin sauce. As it's fried and gotten some flavor, just a minute or 2 here. And then we mix it all around. Once all the sauce is infused with the vegetables, we're going to thin it out so we can create a gravy. I have 1 cup of water right here. I'm going to use about 1/2 a cup to maybe 3/4. It really depends on what your ingredients are and how thick you want your sauce. I actually like my sauce on the thinner side. Just like the oil, less is more. That's the consistency at about 1/2 a cup. I'm gonna add some more. And then we can turn it on low heat while we make our noodles. To better explain to you all about the paste, I've copied and pasted this into my episode, although I'm wearing the same clothes. But you get my drift. The main bean paste in the Chinese Zha Jiang Mian is yellow soybean paste. In Korean, it's black bean paste. Not to be confused with the Chinese sweetened black bean paste, which is used for a lot of desserts. This is very salty. These two can be interchangeable. The soybean paste will create a lighter sauce, and the black bean paste will create that famous Korean Zha Jiang Mian color, black. 2 other interchangeable ingredients are sweet bean paste and hoisin sauce. Sweet bean paste, even though it has sweet in the title, is actually saltier than hoisin sauce. So if you want a sauce that's a little bit sweeter, choose the hoisin sauce. If not, sweet bean paste. Now these are interchangeable and these are interchangeable, or you can mix and match. In my recipe, we're going to be using a combination of the black bean paste and the soybean paste together, and I'm going to use the hoisin sauce, but not the sweet bean. And now we're up to our noodles. These are fresh Shanghai noodles, and there's also Korean noodles made specifically for Zha Jiang Mian. They're wheat-based noodles and they're really, really chewy and they're so good. If you only have dried noodles as an option, that's fine, but if you can, you have to try this with fresh noodles. Find them in the refrigerated section of your Asian store. Waiting for the water to boil? It's getting hot in here. It's getting hot in here, so take off, keep your clothes on. I am keeping my clothes on, keeping it YouTube friendly. And my noodles go into the boiling water. I love these noodles. I think I'm going to say that these are my favorite noodles in the whole world. Let the noodles come back to a boil and let it cook for about 4 minutes. When it comes to cooking, I definitely like to talk about timing. If you're or boiling over. I think I made it angry. An important element in cooking is timing. So while you're making the sauce, and if you have an extra burner free, a good thing for you to do is have that water boiling and cooking your noodles. But make sure you keep an eye on that pot so your noodles don't get overcooked or you don't have a boil over situation, because I've never done that. Yeah, totally right. I said these were my favorite noodles. They're chewy and so good. They're ready. I'm going to stop the cooking process so they don't become mushy noodles and pour out the water and just give it a rinse with cold water. And just like spaghetti, how you would toss some olive oil in it once it's cooked, I'm using some sesame oil. Not only does it add amazing extra flavor, but it prevents the noodles from sticking. Now we're about to plate. I've got my chewy noodles in my bowl. So I guess technically we're about to bowl or bowling. I laugh at my own jokes. That's not even a joke. I'm talking to myself. Whoa, I've lost it. Need to eat. And now I'm spooning my meat and vegetable sauce over my noodles. This sauce is quite salty, so it seems like the common rule today is less is more. Along with our curly scallion, we have a couple of cool garnishes. Cucumber. Nothing's as cool as a cucumber. Some bean sprouts. And thinly sliced radish. Finally, my curly green onion right on top. And there you have it, a healthy and delicious Jja Jiang Myun. This Asian comfort food is the perfect combination of a thick, rich and meaty sauce over chewy noodles that is perfectly balanced with the coolness of fresh, crunchy vegetables. It is sensational. HOIA! Hybrid is the answer. It is a is the answer. Take 4. 44. So you get that well-balanced, hearty vegetable.
So close.
I just go like away. I need tongs. Them tongs. Okay, so cook your chicken until it's cooked.
Yeah, you gotta get the face there. You gotta get it like 0 expression. No expression. You're too expressive. So good.
I don't think that's how it goes though.
So in order for your sauce to fry, that's so funny. So in order for your sauce to dry, that was a double wow. Woo. Yeah. That's why this hoisin sauce needs to be open. Ooh, that's really bad.
Oh.
No OEB.
You can make it. I believe in you.
I believe in me too. What the hell? If you enjoyed this episode of HOIA Food and Cooking, please like this video and share it with your friends. New videos will be going up each week on my channel, so please subscribe to see the latest delicious, healthy, organic, inspired Asian food recipes. I'd love to hear from you, so please comment below and tell me what you loved about this video, and also what dishes you'd like to see me prepare in the future. HOIA!